He could replace every bridge in America, buy his super yacht, and still have $118 billion left.
Oh my God. Non-apologetic news, not what you're used to. Non-apologetic news, telling you the truth. Non-apologetic news, saying what they're scared to. Non-apologetic news, non-apologetic news. Hello everyone, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to the brand new episode of Non-Apologetic News. Today we talk about a new addition to the Missouri Stand Your Ground law. Also a surprising thing comes out of the slot machine. You'll never guess what's coming up next. We are Non-Apologetic News. Now, before we get into everything today, I would like to talk about Elden Ring. Do you know we are only 9 days away from Elden Ring? Ho ho, ho ho. It's getting close, and I've been able to stay 100% spoiler free, okay? So I haven't watched a trailer. I don't know a single thing. The only thing I know is this image we're gonna pop up right here. I've hid from everything. I have no idea except it's a From Software game, and at the end of the day, that is good enough for me. Speaking about PS5, we did the PS5 giveaway. So the guy who won the lesser prize, the PlayStation Network gift card, he made contact with us. He commented, and then I went back to reply to his comment, and it was just gone. So I tried reaching back out to him, and it was a little bit of back and forth, and then he just disappeared. I even tried commenting on another one of his comments. I looked on his YouTube and I hit him up on Instagram. Still didn't get nothing back. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to give it away to someone else. We're not going to make a big deal about it. We're not going to announce it on the video. Just basically comment on this video or comment on the previous video. And next week I'll chime in, either reply to your comment, or I'll do like a little YouTube short. Like I say, we're not going to make a song and dance of it. But that is not our first story. Missouri prosecutors say proposed self-defense bill from GOP state lawmaker would make murder legal.
Oh, shit.
Now, they are, of course, wrong. The new self-defense bill, if anybody doesn't know, we have Stand Your Ground law in Missouri. If someone comes into my home or a place that I'm able to be at, a guest or a public place, and I need to use lethal force, I can if I think my life is in jeopardy. Well, they're going a little bit further with this. So under the current law, the defendant has the burden to prove he or she reasonably believed physical or deadly force was necessary to protect him or herself or a third party. Guess what they're changing it to?
What?
Oh, it's crazy. So the new bill, if it passes, would say anyone who uses or threatens to use force in self-defense is immune from criminal prosecution and civil action for the use of such force, with the sole exception of using force against a police officer. What a state we live in, huh? I'm all for it. I'm just gonna stop. I'll put my hands up in the air. I am ready for it. Now, they're obviously exaggerating some things about this. I have shooter's insurance. It's just so funny to say. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, so if I were to have to use my firearm and someone were to get hurt, I pay an insurance company where they'll defend me with up to $100,000 in lawyer fees. They'll bail me out of jail, and if there's a civil suit, they'll cover it for like $75,000. I have that. All right, so the only reason I say this is because of the wording, and this is why I like it. They're going to change it to where it says, blah, 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 is immune from criminal prosecution and civil action. The reason I say this is, like, if someone were to break into my home tonight and I wind up shooting them down, I could be found not guilty, on using excessive force. I could be good, but his family still has the right to come and give me a civil lawsuit, which could bankrupt me, hundreds of thousands of dollars, whatever. And this would stop that. So I am 100% for this, but I don't think the changes are deeper than face value. All I think it means is you're not going to get questioned at the time of the incident. If they get evidence that shows you lured someone there and rightfully murdered him, it's not like you're just, he's immune. Right. They're coming after you for murder. So it kind of makes me think why these people are so adamant about it not going into effect. And I kind of thought about the shooter's insurance. Maybe it's not the shooter's insurance, but stuff like that might go away, and maybe someone who opposes this bill loses or sets to lose money on some sort of business venture. Something has to do with money here, because this really isn't as big a deal as they're exaggerating it to be. Plus, I think I hope it would eliminate the fear in people. I know some people that they are going to be scared if they're about to have to use their firearm. And it's like a split-second decision to defend their life, their family's life, their children's life, whatever. They don't need to be thinking, am I going to get prosecuted? Right. Because if they're in that position, short of like a drug deal or something, but I mean, if someone breaks into your home, you need to be able to know that you can stand your ground. And I think this would loosen some people's fear. So, like I say, I am all for it, and maybe it'll stop some people with all of their nonsense they do in this area with home invasions, things like that. So I think this is great. If I can vote on this, I vote yay.
Slot machine in Las Vegas. They had a surprise coming out of it. You know what the surprise was?
No.
Absolutely nothing. A tourist in Las Vegas hit the jackpot on a slot machine last month, but he was never informed due to the malfunction in the machine, according to gaming officials. Yeah.
So he never knew he won, and it just didn't register that he won?
Yeah, he didn't know. He figured he lost. He's like, all right, fuck it, I'm out. But after an exhaustive search, the Nevada Gaming Control Board says they finally identified the winner of the nearly $230,000 prize.
Wow.
Yeah. Due to a communications error, according to gaming officials, the slot machine malfunctioned and didn't notify Taylor or casino personnel that he was a winner. By the time the error was noticed, casino personnel were unable to identify the man. The game board took on an exhaustive search to make sure the man would be able to be awarded his prize. To identify him, gaming officials combed through hours of surveillance videos from several casinos and a rideshare company.
So they actually wanted, like, this wasn't like let's just not tell them. They actually went, they hunted him down like I tried hunting down that PlayStation Network gift card winner.
They went on a full investigation to find this man.
I did too. I spent it is embarrassing how long I spent trying to track down a guy I'm trying to give something free to. They hunted him down. Does he have the money now?
Yeah. Well, no, he has to go pick it up. So he lives out of state.
Go pick it up like it's going to be in like a bucket, and he's just.
I'm not sure. He was notified, but he was already back home, so now he has to make the trip back to Las Vegas to receive his prize.
You know what the first thing I would do if I won that much money?
What?
Fuck her right in the pussy.
That's right. All right. Well, keep us up to date on this. And if anything happens, I believe us and everyone else is just itching to find out what that is.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Time for a review. Could be old products or they could be brand new. All the red tape we're about to cut through. And if it sucks dick, yeah, we're going to tell you. As always, if it sucks dick, we're going to tell you. So, this product is involving the Nintendo Switch. You love the Switch. I love the Switch. We all love the Switch, even though it's nothing more than a glorified Android tablet that is running a processor from 2015 and cannot even play modern AAA games. But we love it. It's portable. That's all we need. We're simple. This is the Switch OLED, though. So whether you have the regular Switch, it doesn't matter for this purposes. Everyone knows what the Joy-Cons are. Nintendo still puts them out for some reason. You have Joy-Con Drift, if you had any of that. Where the joysticks just move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Joy-Con Drift. They can't figure it out because they made like 1 million of these in 2015 and they're still selling them. So why make a new one, Look at how narrow this is. Just holding this. Look at these small little joysticks in my manly hands. Like, do these hurt your hands after a while, I imagine?
After a while, yeah.
Yeah, what hurts you the most? Probably your fingers back here, because it's the least ergonomical thing, but I guess it looks cool. Funny thing about this is the first time I've had my Joy-Cons out of the box. Like, I took them out of the box just an hour ago. The reason for this has nothing to do with the Switch itself. It is for a better alternative. I have had multiple hand surgeries, and I don't play that Joy-Con nonsense. So, a company called Hori came out with the Switch Pad Pro. So everybody has a little bit of knowledge on the Joy-Con. Oh, no. And this. Throw that son of a gun in your hand. Hit those L2 and R2s.
Okay, I remember the Sega Game Gear?
Yeah, I don't remember what they felt like, but yeah.
They're kind of like this.
But yeah, and you can even hear the clicking of the buttons. Like it is a very positive thing. I'm able to sit down, like I bought the original Dark Souls to replay through, and I'm actually able to do that now. The cost is a little, if you go to Walmart, you can get them, they're $50. But this is actually my second pair, and I'll get to why in a minute. But I got both of them on eBay for like $35 brand new. And I think they're totally worth it on that. They are, however, not wireless. You can't pull these big chungus off of here and just use them. They have to be on the unit. I mean, that's not a deal breaker for me at all.
There's those buttons back there too.
Oh, yeah. You got 2 macro buttons here. And then you also have a turbo button, which I never knew what that was for until I played Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread is, it's like he has his little pew, 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 pew. So you're sitting here hitting Y. You can assign Y to your turbo button and then just hit turbo and it'll infinitely press that button over and over and over again. Another turbo button over here, you have your turbo button. And also, like I played Assassin's Creed 3. I started it with the Joy-Cons on it. And your map is either your plus or your minus sign. I can't remember. But on the Joy-Cons, it is so dang small to press that little button. And when you're, Assassin's Creed, you're throwing your map on, off all day. It is so much easier on these things. This is great. The only downside is Hori themselves. They are the definition of Hori. So after I played Metroid Dread, the B button here, it sunk into the little chassis here, and I couldn't get it out. So I called Hori up, and they were like, all right, they took like 4 weeks to get back with me from an email from their website. And they said, can you send us proof of purchase? I said, well, I sure can. So I sent it to them, and then I never heard back. And I messaged them again, never heard back. So I wind up just buying a second one. That's how much I like them, that I will buy a pair every year if that's what it comes down to. But you got to know the plus and minus, and like we said, if it sucks dick, we're going to tell you. Now, I don't think this qualifies into sucking major dick. I actually think this is kind of like getting your dick sucked compared to using the Joy-Cons, which by definition do suck dick. So if anybody else just hands hurt from playing this, get the Hori Switchpad Pro, and it just makes it look awesome. It is a little bit bigger, though, but I have a case that molds right to it. They're like $6 on eBay. Woo, throw that joint in there. It holds my cables, holds my games. This is great. And I don't know if I've ever felt a better L2 and R2. They're like membrane without that little spring that like the PS5 and PS4 have.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever broke one of those.
Not yet.
I have broke it on every PS4 controller. I recently Frankenstein 2 together, probably just a month ago, because of that same thing. Because you break the spring, it breaks a little housing around it, and then it's just toast. I played through like the second half of Assassin's Creed Valhalla with my attack button not working half the time. So I run and attack, just charge, and then I just eat an axe. That's how she goes. Hori Switchpad Pro. Time for a review. Could be old products or they could be brand new. All the red tape we're about to cut through. And if it sucks dick, yeah, we're gonna tell you. I hear you got a big story for us.
Jeff Bezos.
Bezos. I have no idea.
Whatever. The Amazon founder.
Thomas, are you stupid?
It was just there. I had to.
So, Jeff Bezos here. Yeah. He's got him a nice, big, fancy yacht. Spent about $500 million on it. It's being constructed in Europe. So what he's doing,
tell me,
is he's gonna pay to fucking have a bridge deconstructed so he can get his yacht out to sea.
So it's not like one of them bridges that just opens. He's actually paying for a bridge to be broke down completely. So whatever traffic or whatever goes on that bridge is going to stop for months. Because they'll take it down. And then, if you have to fill a pothole, it'll take 6 weeks. You can't drive on that road.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
He's going to pay the Dutch city of Rotterdam to dismantle and then rebuild part of a historic 95-year-old bridge to allow his new super yacht, the world's tallest, to pass through it and out to sea.
Sounds like something the Dutch would do.
But what's got people pissed off is that if he can pay to deconstruct this bridge to get his boat out,
he can pay to in Corona.
Yeah. He could pay to fix some of the bridges in our fucking country.
That's that he's spending money elsewhere. Yeah, I have a much bigger issue with this, but yeah, that's a valid concern. Or maybe give a homeless person a jacket.
Right.
Buy a lot of jackets for the amount of money to get your super fucking yacht through.
Yeah, a study by the American Road Transportation and Builders Association finds that about 36% of U.S. bridges, it's nearly about 224,000, all need repairs. More than 43,000 of them are now classified as structurally deficient.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Penis.
And motorists in the country risk their lives as they cross these deficient structures 167.5 million times a day.
How nice would that be? It's just like, the biggest problem I have right now is my yacht.
Yeah,
will not get out of the dock. The dock. So we're just going to pay to have it, bro. Hey, peasant, why don't you rip that shit on down for me, and I'll throw in a share of Amazon or whatever the fuck he owns. He just like throws fucking like gold shillings at the fucking underlings. I bet he gets his dick sucked just constantly, though. You know what I mean? Like, he's got so much money. Like, his alarm clock is a different chick blowing him every day. Holy hell, though. I'm getting the signal. We are about to run out of time. Boom. Join us next week. We will be back for another exciting episode of Non-Apologetic News. Like I said, comment this video or the next. We're not going to announce it publicly other than here. Comment anything and you can win the PlayStation Network gift card. It's got to go to someone. Might as well be you. Do not watch the news. Non-apologetic news. Non-apologetic news.